99% of people use Gemini on a surface level. The top 1% use the same features but differently to build businesses 10 times faster. And honestly, it feels unfair. If you've ever had an idea for a business or side hustle, Gemini's top features will fast track you from idea to launch not in months but in days. I'm a finance AI transformation manager at Amazon, and my network includes hundreds of founders and CEOs. And these are the exact workflows I have used and seen the most successful people use to get ahead. So in this video, I'm going to take a raw business idea and go from idea to launch using 4 specific Gemini features. You'll not only learn the Gemini features, but the exact approach successful people use to get their unfair advantage. And the last feature turns this into a side hustle which operates on its own with an automated system. So the first stage gets you clarity. You probably have 10 different business ideas fighting for attention in your head, but you need data to pick the winner. So we are going to turn your raw voice into a validated business strategy without typing a single word. Go on Gemini and turn on dictation. Don't worry about prompting, just speak in your natural voice and explain your career like you're talking to a mentor. You can also attach your CV so it knows your skills and finds relevant opportunities for you. I'm going to use a hypothetical example and say, I'm a senior data analyst with 10 years of experience. I want to launch an online business selling digital products to help people master data storytelling. My launch budget is only $500, and based on this, draft a deep research prompt to find the most profitable opportunity and market gap. And once you've done this, you toggle deep research right there in the chat and hit enter. It uses your voice transcript as the source to perform a deep research and scans hundreds of sources and comes back with a full product creation map. I was fairly impressed with the research report. It tells you that the market is worth $1.39 billion and growing at 12.5%. It identifies the gap for a productized executive communication market. It even gives you a budget breakdown of $45 to get you started, the tools you will need, and your brand colors, boardroom navy and insight orange. Because now we have data and research backed roadmap before getting started and investing any further time. Now this research looks like a good starting point, but you don't want to reuse this each time. You need a place where the AI always remembers this. You take the export results from the deep research to a Google Doc and build a permanent digital brain so you never have to repeat yourself. And the way to do it is to go on Gemini and click gems, create a new gem called the architect. And in the instruction box, type, you are my strategic architect. You will help me in my business called data stories based on the strategy document attached. Now, instead of just uploading a file, click add drive and link the document we just exported using Google research. And that's the power of Google's ecosystem. Your business brain is now connected to your actual files in your drive. Now, once the gem is set up, just ask it to generate a logo for data stories using my brand colors, make it clutter-free, ultra-modern, and similar to Apple's design aesthetics. And now you have a brand logo and a digital brain that never forgets who you are. Every decision moving forward will align with the strategy we validated in phase 2 and put into our architect gem. As you grow more, you can keep adding more material into the gem's source knowledge. Now, for any successful business, you need a landing page where people can see who you are and what your offer is. Usually, this is where people do hit a brick wall because the technical barrier is quite high. You either need to know how to code or need to learn a platform or hire someone. Now, Gemini makes that almost free without needing any of that. You go back in the architect and you ask it to generate a landing page product requirements document prompt for my board ready data storing template using my brand color palette and target audience using the high conversion website design and modern animations. Once you have your prompt, you open a new Gemini chat, select the pro model in canvas mode and paste that PRD and hit enter. It writes a couple of hundred lines of code and generates a high conversion page with a punchy headline. Stop building dashboards they don't read, start telling stories they can't ignore. I quite like that. Now, you may not like the first website Gemini generates and you may have changes. Now, what you can do is select any part of the page like the brand name and prompt for changes. So I'm going to select it and ask it to change the brand name to data stories. And what it does is it updates the brand name not only on the header but also on the footer. Next, you can also do something really smart with Gemini. You can click add Gemini features. It intelligently integrates a narrative logic section where your customers can input raw data and see a board level storytelling draft instantly just to try out your tool. And on the back end, it's powered by Gemini. You did not have to set up any APIs to do that. This was done within minutes. So you are not stuck with a first draft of a landing page. You are iterating at the speed of thought by describing what you want changed. And to deploy, you can just ask Gemini to help you with instructions so you can deploy the page. Once you have a landing page, you need traffic. Deep Research told us our target audience is on LinkedIn, but you could run into the cold start problem. You have a lot of material, but no time to create engaging posts. You go to the architect and type @drive and @gmail. This allows Gemini to scan your entire history of data in years of reports, emails, and presentations in your drive and your email. So it's grounded in your material. Now you can type write a high conversion LinkedIn post of 75 words, maximum about the power of visual storytelling based on my past work. And because it has your context, it writes a post that sounds like you, complete with citations from your own data. It even adds a link to grab your free board ready checklist, your landing page, which we just created earlier. You now have a circular loop. Content drives traffic and traffic drives subscribers, and subscribers drive revenue growth. And now we built the business, the brand, and the traffic engine, but Gemini, for all its power, still requires active effort from you to prompt and do the work manually. The top 1% of the users don't just prompt, they build AI teams to scale this empire without increasing their manual effort. You need specialized AI team members who can perform specific tasks like writing content or keeping an eye on competitors. You shouldn't have to be the CEO, the analyst, and the recruiter all in one person. So if you want to stop prompting and start building your own AI teams, which helps you run and scale your business, watch this video where I show you how to build AI teams that do the work for you.